do 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 do. All right. What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? Looks like we are finally live today. We ended up getting on a little late, man. Seems like every time I turn this thing on, man, I have to do like this, dude, because I usually get to this thing after I've been involved with a bunch of other stuff earlier that day. So depending on what time you wake up, you know what I mean? Put in the comments or oh, you know what though? We got a call-in number, so you can call in too. And that call-in number is scrolling right here. Yeah, there we go. So call right here. Yeah. So call in live at 404-793-4651. Again, that's 404-793-4651. 793-4651. 793-4651. If you're watching this right now live. If you ain't watching this live, don't be calling the goddamn. I'm sorry. There we go. See, I said I was going to try to stop cursing. Clearly, that didn't quite work out the way I intended it to. So, yeah. But there we go. Okay, bam. I just had to get that done real quick. All right. So now let's. All right. Yeah, that thing looking sweet too, boy. That thing looking sweet. Okay. All right. So let's go and get to the show, man. All right. So today I wanted to discuss something for my brothers, right? I mean, literally for my brothers. So, and my sisters too, but this one is primarily for the brothers, you know what I mean? But also for the sisters, so sisters tune in, you know what I mean? And if you got a brother in your life that you care about and you want to see him do the best that he can possibly do, then, you know, share the page, share the channel, share this particular episode and let them see it. Like and subscribe, you know. Oh, yeah, I guess I need to put that on there too, huh? So y'all can see that kind of stuff. So you can see right here. No, here. Nope. Here. There we go. Ha! You know, this thing is crazy because when you got to do this and you looking at the camera, and everything is reversed. So for me, it seemed like it's right here, but for you, it's right here. So anyway, look right here. So, all right, there we go. So anyway, I just want to talk today. We're going to discuss black entrepreneurship and then black male entrepreneurship. Now, I'm not finna go into teaching y'all about accounting and all that kind of stuff, man. Number one, I ain't qualified to teach you about this shit. And then number two, right now, if you to the point where you got them kind of issues, then you kind of in good standing. You know what I'm saying? Let me turn this off. You in good standing if you at that point. You know what I'm saying? Most of the people are not at the point where they can even consider having accounting issues because you don't have enough revenue to even have accounting issues. You know what I mean? So we're not going to go into accounting and marketing and all that kind of stuff because that's for another episode. You know what I'm saying? Today, I really want to discuss the mindset that we have in the black community, particularly around entrepreneurship. So that's it, man. We're going to do that and then rock and roll. You feel me? So let's go ahead, man, and let's get the show started. You keep your head on straight. You can be one of the best right at. What's up, pimp? Alright, chillin'. How you feeling, baby? Alright. Good. See right there? Okay, well, this time. James say, why you got a spring ass to get ass, boy? I'm talking about you shit, man. Hey, you wanna know about no heart, man? We gangsta around here all the time, man. We got, on me trying to sensitize my shit. No, nigga, we stay here. You see it. You see it. Now, go ahead on, man. Look. Yo, I love that intro. Yo, shout out to my wifey, you know what I'm talking about? She on there tripping, getting me the business, because that's what she do. You know what I mean? But that's what black women do. They gonna get a man the business, especially when they feel like they man slipping. And every now and then I be slipping. You feel me? So anyway, so let's jump to it. All right, so what spawned this? So this weekend, I had a conversation with one of the bros, man, and I could hear in his voice that he was really going through some things as it pertained to his business. You know what I mean? He invested in some stuff and things didn't quite go the way he wanted it to go, which is all of us are in similar situations. Most of the time your investments don't go the way you need it to go. You can have some good ones, you have some bad ones. Sometimes they go better than what you expected. That's rare, but most of the time they come in either right at what you expected or less. You know what I mean? And his came in a lot less. So we just had a long discussion about doing business, just doing business in general, and then you got another level of that, which is doing business as a black person in America. And then there's another level after that is doing business as a black man in America. Also in Atlanta, that's a whole nother issue, because if you're a black man and you're doing business in San Francisco, that's the difference between being a black man doing business in Atlanta. I can speak on that because I've done business in both. And I will tell you this, as odd as it may sound, it's actually easier to do business in a place like San Francisco, where the black population, at least during that time, we're talking about during the time where Gavin Newsom was the mayor, less than, I believe at that point we were less than 6%. I know. Hold on. Come in. You pick now? I'm working. What you want? Yo, hold on. First of all, I'm going live. Yes. So don't say nothing that's. What is it? You got to be shitting me. You came down here because you. Okay, I'll be up there in a minute. Go on upstairs. I got to finish. I'm in the show. I'm live right now. So, yes. So goodbye. Well, come say hello. You already in the show anyway. Damn kids. Just look down and say hello. Hello. Yeah.
Hello. Where's the camera? Oh, right there.
Yes, the camera.
Hi.
All right, you should. All right, go back. Go. God, this just became real ghetto. All right, close the door. See, this is what happened when you. Yeah. Anyway, so that's a whole nother issue. It's being an entrepreneur, black man, and a family man, and a hustler, same time. Why? Hey, why I got so many hats? I ain't got enough heads. Hear me? Okay. So anyway, talking to the homie, things got But I was talking about San Francisco. So yeah. So if you're in San Francisco at that time, it was less than 6% black population. So you would think, well, that's a bad situation. Actually, it was better, because when you, excuse my Trumpism, when you're a black and you're doing business in a place that is overwhelmingly other, right? You actually stand out. So you become the anomaly. You become like the guy or the girl who made it. You know what I mean? And so people want to talk to you and give you the opportunity, because they want to know, really, if we keeping it 100, how'd you make it? Like, why aren't you? You feel me? Why you ain't on crack or selling drugs and stripping and, you know what I mean? Whatever, you know what I mean? Just whatever stereotype they have, they wondering, why don't you amount to that stereotype? So, but if you in a place like Atlanta, it's a lot more difficult, because in Atlanta, there are a lot of black people who are doing really, really well. So, we got multiple HBCUs in Atlanta. We got, like, we've had a black mayor since, hell, we've had a black mayor since before I was born. You know what I'm saying? So, when people are just now getting their first black mayor, Atlanta's like, we've been had our first black mayor. What are you talking about? You know what I mean? So it's nothing for us. You see what I'm saying? Now, so what does that mean for you if you live in Atlanta as a black person? Not to mention, Jesus Christ. Not to mention, ever since the Olympics came here, I swear to God, it seemed like people are moving to Atlanta from everywhere. And people like us who are originally from Atlanta really want y'all to go back home. Like, oh my God, go home. Go home. It's too many of you people here. Y'all done fucked up the traffic. And then everybody complaining. Okay, anyway, I'm about to get on a soapbox. But I just really want Delta to go ahead and do me a solid and just give free tickets for people to go back home. Like, if you ain't go to high school here, fuck on. You got to go home. I cussed again. God, I got to work on this cuss. All right. Back to my point. All right, back to my point. Because that's a whole nother issue that ain't going to never happen because too much money happening and people keep coming. Now to the point where people come down here and be like, I ain't never going back. Yeah, all right. Come on, man. Brooklyn is a good place, man. Go back. Please. We can visit. Shout out to my man Sean in Brooklyn. You know what I mean? I'll be back up there soon. That's my dude. Anyway, all right. So back to this. All right. So now, black men entertainment. I mean, black male entrepreneurs, entrepreneurship. Okay. So he's stressed out about it, right? So I try to offer my advice. And so let's get into it. First thing I'm going to say for entrepreneurs, period, is watch your association. Stop dealing with people who don't operate businesses to the level that you operate your business. Stop taking advice. All right. I won't say don't associate. Although personally, I feel like don't even associate with them. You feel me? That's just me. That's just how I do it. You know what I mean? I don't even associate with people who don't try to run their own thing. You know what I'm saying? Because we have very little in common. If you find me around somebody who don't run their own thing, who don't run their business, then I've known that person since high school or closely thereafter. You know what I mean? Definitely college. You know what I'm saying? But outside of that, and the reason being is because we can't really communicate. You see what I'm saying? If you're the type of person, I run a business full time. It's not part time. You know what I mean? I'm not a weekend boss. You know what I'm talking about? Like, as soon as Friday is off, then when you go out, the main thing you talking about is your hobby. Yeah, I got a clothing line on such and such. You know what I mean? Yeah, I got a car washing business. I got my clothing business. I got my blah blah. I got my Bitcoin business. I got my business. I got my business. I'm a boss. But the problem is, on Monday morning, you're an employee. On Monday morning, you clock in. Tell me, I hate this shit. You feel me? But you clocking in on Monday morning. You feel me? You going to Bellside? Well, not Bellside. I don't even exist anymore. You going to AT&T, Georgia Power, whoever you work for. You know what I mean? On the weekend, you all against the white man. During the week, you working for the white man. Now, I do know a couple of individuals who work for the man, but they in such a position where they still able to move. You know what I mean? But now, when I say couple, I mean literally two. I only know two people who are in that position. You know what I mean? But outside of that, everybody else is clocking in. You know what I mean? So, but if you're one of the ones who, like me, who you got to get it how you live, you know what I mean? You got to kill. If you don't kill, you don't eat. So it's either kill or die. That's a different mentality. You feel me? That's a different kind of animal. You know what I mean? Some people are wolves, and then some people are werewolves. You got to decide which one you're going to be. You see what I'm saying? If you out here roaming and running and looking for the next kill, then you can't be running with a pack who already full, because they're not going to move as fast as you, because they're not as hungry as you. You get what I'm saying? So you got to break away from those people. I got people who got jobs. I got respect for that. Don't get me wrong. I got a lot of respect for people who have jobs. For people like me, there is no other option. It's not that I look down on people with jobs. That's not the case at all. To be honest with you, if I could just get a job and still be happy and work my job, well, Had I not had children, then that would be fine with me. But because I got children, that's not fine with me because I got to have something to pass on. You see what I'm saying? No matter how much I would to love Georgia Power, I can't pass Georgia Power down to my children. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah. So for me, because I have children, and particularly black children, I have to make sure that I own a bit. Now I'm gonna tell you why black children mean something in a bit, but you should know. I mean, it's 2020. If you don't know the disparities between black people at this point, I don't know what to tell you. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, so for me, the way I choose, I purposely deal with good people. You know what I mean? Like if you're not a good person, I don't even want to deal with you. Period. That's just off rip. You know what I mean? And it's not even on some fanciful Tony Robbins type stuff. You know what I mean? I don't really care that much about what you care about and what you like and this, that, and other. The reason I only deal with good people is because there's too much that you're going to have to go through in trying to get from point A to point B to point C to point D and so forth and so on. That if you're dealing with bad people, that's just an additional obstacle that you don't need. You feel me? We live in a competitive society. You know what I mean? Until you get to a certain level, it really is a free market. Now, once you get to a certain level, it's no longer a free market. Now it's who you know, and we're going to take care of each other. You know what I mean? But until you get to that level, I'm talking about that level of money, not that level, because you got that same insulation or comfortability at even the much lower levels. You know what I mean? You could be on the streets. And so, if you're in the streets and you're doing your thing in the streets, you know that you got to make sure that your people eat. Because if your people ain't eating, guess who become next on the plate? Your ass. So you make sure everybody eat. You see what I'm saying? But I don't associate with people who work jobs because they can't understand my day-to-day struggles. So if I need advice about not even so much advice, just a pick me up. I just need a pick me up, you know what I mean, to get me through the day because things ain't working out right. I'm not getting contracts. Sales are not going right. I'm tired of hearing no, so forth and so on. I don't need to talk to Joe, the working stiff. You feel me? Because the working stiff don't have these problems. The working stiff will create a business but not really care about the business because they don't have to care about the business. They got a job. You see what I'm saying? So if they don't make no money this week, they could care less. You know why? They got a job. They check gonna come in either way it go. As long as they hired, they got a check. It's fine. They're good. But if you run a business and that's not the case. Now we will get into contracts and then signing deals, and that's ultimately where you want to get to is where you sign a contract with someone and they sign in with your business and you're able to run that for a period of time. Now that's money you can count on. That's your accounts receivables. You see what I'm saying? And so if you got a 1 year, 2 year, forget it, 1 month, 2 month, 3 month contract, depending on your business, that's a good deal. You know what I mean? If I'm a barber and instead of me signing my clients over to, not signing, you know what I'm saying? But if I'm a barber and I can sign a contract with a group to say, okay, I'll come in, cut everybody's hair for X amount of dollars, and we sign a 6-month contract. Boom. If I know that contract is gonna pay me $1,000 a month, then I can already put on my books $6,000 at least for the next 6 months. I know for a fact I got $6,000 coming in. You see what I'm saying? But that's that's the closest thing that we get to as true as 100% entrepreneurs. That's the closest thing we're gonna get to as a job. So what I say to people who are out there doing it is as an entrepreneur is stop affiliating with people who got jobs. Stop taking advice from people who got jobs. Your business is good. It's not doing as well as you want it to do. Stop calling your homie who work at the Quick Trip. Come on, man. He don't know. You gotta talk to people who are in your same position. Now, let's say that you're in a position where you don't know anybody else in your same position. I feel you. I was that way for a long time. everybody that I hung out with had a job. You know what I mean? And if they didn't have a job, they was in the street on some product. You feel me? So, but they don't know what I'm talking about either, because that's another misnomer, okay? Just because you good at selling dope does not mean you're going to be good at working a business. I'm so sick of people saying that shit. You know, it's just, yeah, well, hey, if you could sell dope, you'll be a great CEO. That's not true. That's not true. Those skill sets does not cross over, okay? You don't have to know how to put together a proper marketing plan to sell crack. All you gotta do is have crack. That's it. That's it. That's all you gotta do. That nigga that coming to you like that. But I do not care about whether or not you have properly assessed your competition over the next quarter. Only thing he heard in that whole sentence was quarter. That's it. His quarter was something completely different. You feel me? So you get what I'm saying. So anyway. That's irritating to me when people always say, you know, well, because you so dope, that means you'll be a good businessman. That's not true. It's not true. You know what I mean? When you out in the street and you get into an argument with somebody, it is custom. It is custom to believe that the person you're arguing with is strapped. Like right now, like not at home, not later on. Right now, she strapped. If I'm in a business meeting and I get into a heated debate with a colleague, I do not expect for him to have a pistol and pull it out and may potentially shoot me with it because I don't agree with the price point that he's selling me his product or service for. It's not the same. You negotiate completely different when a gun is in the equation. You feel me? You can be real gangster when we sitting at a desk. But when we standing on the block and I got a Glock and you got a Glock, boy, level heads need to prevail. You feel what I'm saying? It's not the same. You know what I mean? That's something we need to stop saying. And that's another thing we get to, too. The culture of black people, black men particularly, is wow, what the hell? I just, it's very difficult. You see what I'm saying? Because it's like we suffer from from the Peter Pan syndrome, and I'll show y'all what that is in a bit, but it's very difficult to be an upstanding man in the black community. And here's why. Because in the black community, what we elevate, the cool that we elevate, is not the man who takes care of his home. We say it though. We say it. You hear the women saying that, you know, I want a man that's gonna take care of the home, blah blah blah. And you see the men, we saying it. We ain't seen our kids in 4 years talking about some shit, but I gotta do it for my kids, nigga. Do what? You ain't seen your kid in 4 years, nigga. Fuck you mean? I gotta do it for my kid. You doing it for yourself. You feel me? That's a whole nother issue as it pertains to the black community. We got to get out that shit. You see what I'm talking about? I have cussed several times on this show. I'm trying, y'all. I really am trying. I know it don't seem like it, but I really am trying. Okay. All right. So, black women. Thank you. I know black men don't want to say it, but thank you. Because black women have really stepped up to the plate. Not all y'all. Don't get it twisted. So the bitches out there with all their hair. You know what I mean? No, bitch, we not talking about you. Nope. Not this him. Nope, we not talking about you. Nope. So you can go and sit the fuck back down with bitch, not even including you at all. What I'm talking about is those black women that's out there and they're having to deal with everything that's going on in society, and still have not given up on black men. But at the same time, they ain't taking no bullshit from black men. Their expectations is where it should be. Your woman's expectations should push you forward. I'm going to say that again. Your woman's expectations should push you forward. It should make you better. It should push you to the edge. If your woman's expectations keep you where you currently are, you need to get away from her. You know what I'm saying? Because a couple things going on. Either A, she don't really believe that you can do more than what you're doing now anyway. So really she just wants you to stay where you at. Or B, her aspirations is so much lower than yours that once you start pushing to get more, she's gonna hold you back. You ever heard the saying, you can take a horse to the water, but you can't make him drink? I don't know for sure if that was a horse or a mule, but it was some sort of animal that you can take to the water, but you can't make him drink. That's what would happen in that situation. You could be pushing and pushing and pushing to be the best that you can possibly be, but she's like, look, we're good. Why? I don't understand why you got to go through all that. Why don't you just stop right here and just stay in the projects? You know what I mean? It ain't before roaches racing down the side of the wall. You feel what I'm saying? But for that black woman that's saying, hey, this is good. Let's go celebrate. What you did was great. Let's go celebrate. Let's go have a drink. Let's go get some food. Let's go blah, blah, blah. And then after that, now she's like, okay, so let's move to the next step. And so now it's time to get back into the grind again, to go hard again. You feel me? A good woman will build you up in ways that you can't do for yourself. That's just real shit. You know what I'm saying? She will push you to go further and further. She will challenge you. And you got to embrace that. If you embrace the challenge, if you embrace the work, she will make you into the better man that you aspire to be. Now, on the flip side, if you still a boy, yeah, this ain't going to work out. Because see, what's going to happen is if you still a boy, it's going to seem like she always on your ass. Because get what a boy got. Parents. Get what your wife just became. Your mama. I'll let that shit sit for a minute. The reason you feel like she always on your ass, she always nagging you, is because you ain't quite a man yet. You still a boy. You still got to be told to do shit instead of knowing that the shit need to get done and go ahead and do it your damn self. Instead, wifey got to tell you, hey, can you wash the dishes? Or can you take the car to get an oil change? You ain't sitting back, got your shit slated out. Like, you know how many miles is on the car. So you know when the car need to go in. You know what I mean? And you just do it on your own. You see what I'm saying? Or you know that daycare need to be taken care of. So you just go ahead and take care of it. You don't sit back and wait for her to take care of it. You take care of it. You see what I'm saying? You know we ain't got no more goddamn milk in the refrigerator. But instead of you waiting for her to go get the milk, you just go ahead and take care of it. You see what I'm saying? That man shit. You feel me? You know you getting fat as hell. So you take your ass to the gym. You ain't waiting for her to say, baby, you sure they gaining weight. You go ahead and take your ass to the gym. Now, okay, so now, physicals, take care of your body. But I do understand men who don't nervous about the physical, because I get it. Because, there's one procedure they do in the physical. They put their finger in, well, I feel you. But we got to do it, though, black men, because, prostate cancer ain't no joke. You know what I mean? But I do understand your apprehension, because bending over ain't anyway. Okay, so you know what? We talked about that. We're gonna move on to the next thing, man. And this is crazy because the way this is going, I'm just going from one thing to the next, man. But I gotta pay some bills, man. So we're gonna go ahead and go to this sponsorship, and I'll be right back right after this commercial break. So here we go. All right. Bow. Yay. All right, so what we talked about earlier, Peter Pan syndrome. Here it is right here. Okay. I wish I knew how to zoom in. You know, some people can just zoom in when you can see it. I ain't that good yet, goddamn. I can't zoom in. So what we gonna do is just stay right here, right? So this is the Peter Pan syndrome right here. Basically, this is what it says. The Peter Pan syndrome describes one inability to believe that they are of an older age or to engage in behavior usually associated with adulthood. This syndrome affects people who do not want or feel unable to grow up. People with the body of an adult, but the mind of a child. Now, what I'm saying is that is damn near an epidemic in the black community, particularly for black men. And it is because of the culture that we have accepted in our community. Now, hear what I mean by that. All right. Our culture, so what we look up to, that's what I mean by the culture, right? What we look up to, like what's good for us? What do we aspire to become? When we look at our heroes, who do we look at as our heroes? Remember, whoever is your heroes is who you will aspire to become. You feel me? If LeBron James is your basketball hero, when you go on the basketball court, who are you trying to emulate? LeBron James. You feel me? So when you put your clothes on and you decided to pick these jeans or these shoes and you looked at how they matched up and you looked at how you looked in the mirror, there was a thought in your head about who you wanted to look like. And so you're trying to look like that person or whatever. Right? So in the black community, what we consider to be cool and what we're trying to emulate is, to a larger extent, at least morally, arguably, ethically, as a kid. Think about it. When you was a kid, the things that you held valuable were the things that make you look better to other people. You know what I mean? Or the things that were selfish. It was only about you. Like when you was a little kid, you wanted a truck. But you didn't want the truck that looked good. You wanted the truck that was powerful. A truck that ran over shit and, you know what I mean, just you know, or a lot of little boys like fire trucks just because it do so much. But some kind of way, when you got older, you wanted the truck with the rims. You know what I mean? You wanted the BMW. You wanted the Mercedes. Why? Why, when you was a little boy, you didn't want no Mercedes? What happened? How'd you get older and then all of a sudden want a Mercedes? Because the Mercedes attracts the opposite sex for most men. On the other hand, the Mercedes is a symbol of wealth, right? So if you riding around in a Mercedes, a BMW, or your truck got rims on it and all that stuff, all of this is indicative behavior of money. There's money involved in it. So it says that you have money. So you're striving to have that. But that selfishness is childlike. When a baby comes out, a baby does not care that the mother has to stay up all night long with that baby. The baby does not feel any remorse about that. You feel what I'm saying? The baby has a good time. The baby could care less. You see what I'm saying? Because the baby just wants what he wants. Well, in our community, that's what we're doing. Because see, an adult takes other people's needs into consideration and move accordingly. So an adult is able to empathize or sympathize with another person's plight. A child does not, because a child doesn't have that kind of experience. But the problem in the black community is we're staying in that childlike mind state where we don't have any sympathy or empathy for others. We're only concerned about ourselves. But we can go back to the game theory. What's good for the whole is good for the one, or the reverse. What's good for the one is good for the whole if we're all operating to benefit each other, right? Okay, so now, all right. Now if we move on into particularly what we look up to, we're looking up to the things that are selfish, right? The things that are the things that we're only concerned about, right? We want the car, we want the house, we want the wife, or we don't want the wife, we want the kid, the house, and a bunch of women. You know what I mean? We don't want responsibility. You know what I'm saying? Because responsibility requires you to then take other people into consideration instead of yourself. You see what I'm saying? So that makes things really, really difficult. And here was what and man, just trying to unpack this stuff and just go on and on and on, because we know that as a black community, we are not where we need to be. But as a community, you have individuals who are, but as a community, we're not where we need to be. It's funny because, and I'm not against it. I vote. I always try to tell other people to vote, but it's interesting because I have other friends who are outside of the black race, and they never talk about voting. Never. They think it's entertainment, damn near fodder, but they don't care about who wins, because it's like Warren Buffett said, it doesn't matter who wins. It's not going to affect my lifestyle. So he gives money to the Democrats and the Republicans and the liberals. I mean, well, not the liberals, and the independent. He don't care. Whoever wins, he wins, period. Why? Because he has what this country is primarily built upon and runs on, which is money. And that's the same thing for these other races. That's why they don't care who wins, because what they know is we have money, because we have power, and that power is birthed from entrepreneurship. You see what I'm saying? See, the Asian community is not as concerned as the black community, because the Asian community got liquor stores inside of the black community. They got hair supply stores inside the black community. They got Chinese food restaurants inside the black community. Hell, they even got soul food restaurants inside the black community. So it doesn't matter what you're giving them for unemployment or minimum wage, because they don't care about minimum wage. Why? Because they own the business. They're determining their own minimum wage. The only thing that is a ceiling for them is market value. I said supply and demand. If the market is saying that this product or service can only be sold at this is the highest at this level that this product or service can be sold at, that's their only ceiling. Outside of that, that's it. They are not dependent upon the government for nothing. But in the black community, we have been beaten down so much that we just lie to each other about what is or isn't reasonable. So for us, well, if you ain't got no job, you ain't shit. If you ain't got no job, you ain't shit. But if you trying to start a business, then we ain't gonna support that business until that business is doing what it need, until that business is making a whole lot of money, and you can afford those things we just talked about, the BMW, the Mercedes, the blah blah blah. Once you can afford that, now all of a sudden we listening to you about your business. But until then, we going to the job, and that's what we putting value on. Well, here's the problem with that: when you working at a job, you're making somebody else rich. Period. You're not making you rich. You're making somebody else rich. You see what I'm saying? Now, I'm not saying to be against jobs. I'm not saying that at all. You should, if you don't have, you got that. In order to run a business, you have got to have some sort of income. If you don't have income, you need to have time, a lot of time to put toward trying to build the business. But it's only one or two ways. You either got the time, or you got the money, or you got the connections. One of the three. But even your connections is still going to break down to time and money, because I can connect you with a lot of stuff. But if you ain't got the time to make those resources into a product or service that other people would deem valuable, that's marketable, or you got the money to take the resources that I gave you and then make somebody else do the work. Either way it goes, you're going to have time or money. You see what I'm saying? And so if you're not at that, if the black community does not embrace community entrepreneurship, then we'll never get out of this rut. You see what I'm saying? The Black Wall Street was not a myth, and it was more than just one. Let me say that too. You know, and people think it's only Tulsa, Oklahoma. It was not just Tulsa, Oklahoma. From our recollections, like 7 of them. You know what I'm saying? Like, learn your history, or you gonna repeat the shit. All right. So that's on that. Now, the other thing, when we talk about the community and keeping us into this Peter Pan syndrome, hip hop, R&B, the music that we listen to keep you as a child. I hear grown people, I'm talking about, when I say grown, I'm talking about 30, 40, 50 years old. You still talk like you 18, 19, 16. You know what I mean? Like you still talk as if you gonna get, like, you too young to drink. You see what I'm saying? But you starting to get gray hair, and you still out here with all that hair. You still talking about get flued out. You still walking around with your pants below your ass, showing your drawers. As a grown man with kids, how you gonna tell your son or your daughter, well, particularly your son, to pull his pants up when your pants down? What kind of stupid shit is? I don't even understand. That's a whole nother issue. I don't understand why you would wear your pants below your ass to show your drawers. Now, no doubt, when I'm doing a movie and I'm acting in that kind of role, then yeah, I do that. But I'm acting. This is for a job. Like, you know what I mean? I have a job to do. You know what I mean? And so I'm doing that job. It's requiring me to do that. But on a regular basis, do I do that? No. My pants are up by my waist. I'm a grown man. You feel me? And I take pride in being a grown man with a wife and kids. I ain't time to be running around here with my pants down. So, but in our community, that's what we elevate. You see what I'm saying? You gotta understand this. The biggest proponents, acquirers, spenders, customers of hip hop, it's not black people. Let that sit with you for a second. We are not buying hip hop or R&B. It's not us. It's not black people that's buying it. We're not doing that, right? It's white people and other that's buying hip hop. So think about it. Who wants to hear you talk about the edification of the black community when they're not in that community? They don't want to hear that shit. For them, it's entertainment. So they want to be entertained. America wants to be entertained. You get what I'm saying? So when you think about who is doing what, I'm sorry. On the entertainment side, when you think about who is watching, it's other, and other typically likes watching things that give them an adrenaline rush, if you will. You get what I'm saying? So when we watch movies, what do we like watching? We like watching action movies. We like watching horror movies. Every now and then we like, particular people like rom-coms, you know what I mean? But the thing that we like the most, the box office smash hits, are usually action, horror, and comedy, because we want to be taken away from where we currently are. So when you're listening to rap music or R&B music, what we want to hear? We want to hear action, comedy, and horror. So when you look at rap, what are they pushing? They're pushing what's going to sell. What's going to sell to that community, not our community. What's going to sell to that community is action, horror, and comedy. So we want the music that is about action, horror, comedy. So you got the silly ass rappers who they just come on and look like buffoons. Then you got the horror rappers who all they talk about is killing people. Killing. And then you got the action, which is a mix between action and horror. So you got everybody that come out is selling all kind of drugs. Like, I mean, every rapper that come out is selling truckloads of cocaine all across the world. All right, everybody is Pablo Escobar. Nigga, everybody is. You see what I'm saying? Ain't no value in being the guy who can think, who can become a pillar of his community. But no, we all talking about selling dope and taking advantage of everybody. And for some reason, we all like having sex with this theoretical nigga. Like, I don't understand who this super nigga is, but there is one nigga that every rapper is mad at. Every rapper is threatening this one nigga. Every rapper is trying to fuck this one nigga's girl. I don't understand that, but everybody is going after this one nigga. Like, as soon as a rapper get on, the first thing he start addressing is this theoretical nigga. As soon as he get on, the first thing he want to start saying is, yo, nigga, I'm coming after your kids, nigga, and I done fucked your wife, nigga, and I don't give a fuck about y'all niggas, and you niggas is... Who you talking to? Like, we don't really have it no more like Pac and them when they would just say your name. You know what I mean? When Pac called Mobb Deep name out, he said it. You know what I mean? When he said Lauryn Hill, he said it. You know what I mean? When wasn't no Puffy, he said it. You know what I mean? But we ain't to that point no more, because now it's all about being fake and shut up. Like, I can't even hardly listen to most of you niggas. But anyway, all right, so that's that. I'm not the only person that thinks that. Now, here's another good one that y'all should check out when you get a chance. So this is KRS-One. I don't want
to... The question was about the social context.
No, okay, let's go back.
Social.
So, in the States, in the United States in the
that's
60s, we had the 50s and 60s, early 70s, we had a thing called the Civil Rights Movement. Malcolm X, Martin Luther King, Medgar Evers, Stokely Carmichael.
Okay, most of y'all don't even know who Medgar Evers or Stokely Carmichael is. Do your research. Okay, anyway, look, he breaks it down, man. I don't want to go through the whole thing because KRS gonna do his thing, you know what I mean? And you know what I mean? I'm gonna let that man do his thing. Who am I to interrupt the brother? You know what I mean? But I'm gonna see if I can catch just a little bit. So you
on the street with your black girlfriend, and you got blacks and whites dissing you. Because whatever. No, that's a man standing for his principles. I don't fuck what y'all think about me and my wife. I'm a man. Step over here, I'll give you two in your head. That's what I'm talking about. Now.
Whew, okay, I'm sorry, but I just enjoyed that part. All right, now let's go ahead and move on, man. That was, he basically breaking down why in hip hop, men, he said don't exist. I won't say, but I get what he's saying though. And when you listen to it, you'll get what he's saying too. It's not that he's saying that they don't exist, but the vast majority of the men in hip hop are only concerned about cars, clothes, hoes. That's it. Cars, clothes, hoes, money. Like children. You know what I mean? On Christmas Day, kids want cars, clothes. Okay, they don't really want hoes, but you get what I'm saying? Cars, clothes, you know what I mean? Toys. They into toys, you know what I mean? And that's what men are into now, toys. And so if you're into toys, it prevents you from being able to grow up and stand up like a man. You see what I'm saying? And become a man. Just because you make money does not make you a man. You understand? A man takes care of not only a man takes care of both the physical family and the mental family. You know what I mean? And you're concerned about everybody else. Like when you wake up in the morning as a man, your first thought is not about you, but about everybody else that you've been deemed to protect. That's what a man does. A kid wakes up and think about what I got to do for me today. A man thinks of what I got to do to protect my tribe today. You feel me? And that could be more than just, and that, at least for me, that's more than my innermost family. You know, no doubt I think about them first, but I also think about, and in the same breath, as my tribe, because there are people that are in my tribe. So when I make certain moves, I'm taking them into consideration. In fact, one of the reasons why I'm even doing this show today is for them, because there are members in the tribe who are kind of down. You know what I mean? They kind of feel like don't nobody really understand where I'm coming from. So this is my way of saying, nah, bro. Well, nah, sis, I got you. You know what I mean? We got each other. You know what I mean? And we'll keep growing like this. You know what I mean? But if one of them were to pull up and I see him or her in a I don't know, in an expensive car, you know what I mean? And I know your business ain't where it need to be. I know your home ain't where it need to be. And I only know that because you told me that. You know what I'm saying? It's not because I'm just assuming you told me that. You know what I mean? And if I see you pull up in the car like this, or you done went out and you done spent $300-400 on some shoes, I'm like, dude, what, bruh? What the fuck is that? You see what I'm saying? Now I gotta I don't know, bro. You know what I mean? Unless you tell me, you got to tell me something, dog. You got to tell me, you know. And that's another thing when people say, "Well, it ain't none of your business." It is your business. If this is part of your community, if you in my circle, that's my business. Because when you go down, I go down. If I go down, you go down. Because I'm your backup. You my backup. We won't have a choice. You see what I'm saying? So if you making stupid moves, I need to know you making stupid moves so I can bounce out. And you can be stupid by yourself. You feel me? All right, let's move on, man. Okay, so, all right, we're going to go on to our next sponsor. That will, and then I'll be right back in a second. I got to figure out a better way to transition between these sponsors, but I'm working on it. You know what I mean? Give me a chance. All right, here we go. Let's go to the next one. Wow. All right, so this broadcast is brought to you by Atlanta Radio Theater, Atlanta's #1 broadcast network. This show, this station has allowed me to be able to come to you in the way that we are doing it right now, which is great because we got live stuff going on. Like you know what I mean? I mean, we're sending out to so many channels. I don't even know all the channels that is going on. All thing I know of is I get hit up from people way in other countries, and they start telling me that, yeah, man, I saw you on blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, I don't even know what the hell that is, but okay, cool. You know what I mean? So it's all because the good people behind Atlanta Radio Theater. I just, you know, we appreciate it, and we're glad to be here. And so this show is on them. This show is brought to you by them. Please follow them on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, all that other stuff that I ain't on. You know what I mean? Follow them on that, man. And that's it, man. Atlanta Radio Theater, Atlanta's #1 broadcast network. All right. All right. Bow. There go our stuff right there. Let's see. Now, I'm going to try to see what's up with Atlanta news. There's so much stuff to be going on. It's ridiculous, man. Sometimes I be thinking to myself, but what the hell is going on? Like, what? Okay, let me do this. Oh, you know what though? I did want to tell y'all this. Hold on, let me see if I can pull this up real quick. Let's see. Let's see. Boom. Bam. Let's see. Bam. I did want to see if I can't make this happen. Wait, hold on. But bear with me. All right, so I'm working on this stuff. He's gonna do that. Let's see. Yeah, there we go. Okay, great. We are in here. Yeah. Don't forget the social media, man. Like and subscribe. All that stuff is right here. Keep going across. Boom. All right. I probably need to slow that down. All right. So the other day, I had to do the floors. So I just want to show y'all, you know what I mean, for my fellas out there, you know what I mean, you got to keep your house right, you know what I'm talking about? I want to show y'all what I did for my floors, you see what I'm saying, because with the hardwood. So y'all check this out real quick. All right, this is taking way too long. All right, listen. Anyway, so I had to clean the floors, right? So these are I bought this brush right here from Walmart, and I think it cost me maybe like $29, something like that. But anyway, you put the liquid in it inside of the brush itself, and then you squirt it, right, and then you mop the floor from there. And because I had to redo the hardwood floor, but as you can see, okay, so that's the brush right there, all right, and then as you can see, the floors look a lot better. Right, I'm sure. Let's see. All right, there we go. See, now you can see. You see how those floors look? Yeah. That's what's up right there. All right, now I'm gonna show you the difference though, because these are the steps. So you can see how they used to look. These are my steps. See the steps, and then show the floor again, so you can see the difference. See that? The floor, steps, floor. That's a huge difference. Need to check that out again. That's called. I'm gonna play it again. I'm gonna show you again. Right there. It's from, there you go, Rejuvenate, and it's called Click and Clean. It will definitely restore your hardwood floors, which is great, man. I just wanted to throw that out there because I know, you know what I mean, that's something that we don't do, you know what I mean? We don't talk about that, you know what I mean, as brothers, you know what I mean? We don't really talk about, you know, things that we need to do in the home to keep the home where it need to motherfucking be. You know what I'm talking about? So clean your goddamn floors, man. You know what I'm talking about? It don't take long. Now I ain't gonna lie to you. That my first coat. Okay, let me keep 1,000 with you. Okay, so I ain't cleaned the floors in a long goddamn time, boy. So my hardwood floors look like the projects. It was just shit, just tracks. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? So I was like, no, we got to get this done. So I did the first wash. It was cool. But it wasn't 100%, so I'm gonna go back and do it again, and then after that, then I'm gonna do a restore, and so I'll show y'all what it looked like on the restore. You feel me? And that's about it for that. Okay, so now let's go from that, because I'm trying to check everything off the list. I got to rock and roll. You know, this is the longest we've ever been. Right now we're at 57 minutes. Hey, and no call-ins either, nigga. That's straight up. Okay, all right. So we did the phone sponsor. Oh, sorry, phone screen. All right, so that is that. Is there anything else I'm missing? I don't think so. Okay, so let's take it back. All right, boom. Now, let me go and get up out of here, man. I just want to say, everybody, continue to build this show up, man. Don't forget, man, to like and subscribe. You know, you can find me on Black Box LOL on Instagram, Black Box LOL on TikTok, Black Box LOL that's it. So then, and also Facebook, on Atlanta Radio Theater. That's at Atlanta Radio Theater on Facebook. We also at Atlanta Radio Theater on Instagram. And then if you want to link up on some business stuff, you can get us at Atlanta Radio Theater on LinkedIn. Also, call in live right there. 404-793 Baltic Say 51. 404-793 Baltic Say 51. Let's see. The other thing is, if you want to be a sponsor of the show or something like that, man, just get in contact with the people at Atlanta Radio Theater. Probably the best way is either through the Facebook or, well, I guess you can do any of them. Facebook, what's that thing? Instagram or LinkedIn. You can do either one of those. And that's about it as far as that, man. Again, I just wanted to say to all of my people that are entrepreneurs out there, man, keep your head up. Keep your head up. Stay strong, stay focused, make your plan nightly. Every night, make your plan for the next day. And then your number one goal when you get up the next day is to achieve the plan and goals that you had set forth the day before. Now, I'm going to have to run in a minute because I got to go check on Lil One. You know what I mean? Because of COVID, you know, she home with me. You know what I mean? But I ain't going to lie to you, though. I love it. You know what I mean? Because it gives me the opportunity to make sure that schoolwork is done properly. Because I'm at home with you. You feel me? But I'm blessed, though, because I get to work from home. So, you know what I mean? It is what it is. So, okay, that's it, man. And I'll see y'all tomorrow. Hopefully, I can be in tomorrow at 6. You know what I'm talking about? But we're going to build this thing up. We will become the #1 radio platform in Atlanta. And this is for Atlanta. Oh, hold on. I forgot to do this. I got to say something about this. I cannot let this go. Hold on. Wait. Let's get back to this. Hold on. I cannot let this go. I'm so sorry. Hold on. I got to get back to this. Wait. Boom. Hold on. Oh, wrong one. There we go. Okay, there we go. Had to get back to this. Okay. Atlanta, DeKalb parents rally for schools to open. You people are fucking idiots. Okay, I'm just going to say that out straight up. You people are idiots, okay? If you cannot send your child to school, do not send your child to school in this shit, okay? Corona is real. Rudy Giuliani just contacted. No, actually, he did contract. He contracted it. He contracted. So Rudy Giuliani just contracted COVID. This shit is not. All the people out here that's saying that the shit is man-made, the shit ain't real, and all that. Stop listening to these people. Again, it's like people with jobs. Fuck these people, okay? Stop listening to these motherfuckers. You want to send your kid to school in DeKalb, that's fine. You do it. Mine, stand home with me. Shit. It's not going to goddamn school. All right. Fucking idiots. Anyway, all right, now, here we go. The bullshit. Man killed after an argument leads to shooting at Atlanta gas station. I don't know what happened with that. And you know what the thing is? The way they put this title up here, it just moves you to believe that it was on some stupid shit. You know what I mean? But an argument, that's real ambiguous. I don't know what that means. You know what I mean? Somebody could push somebody else during an argument. You know what I mean? I don't know what that means, but it's just man killed after argument leads to shooting at Atlanta gas station. I don't know. Only thing I do know is the fact that it's Southwest Atlanta, it usually mean that's us. Come on, people. We got to stop. All right, next one. Passerby discovers body outside a daycare facility in Southwest Atlanta. Come on, man. Come on now. We got dead bodies outside of a daycare facility. Come on, SWAT. Come on, baby. Come on now. This is it. Anyway, let's keep it moving, man. Here's the most ignorant shit of all. A dude, we talked about this earlier. Again, the Peter Pan syndrome. Nick refused to grow up. So the man adjusting his pants caused his gun to go off inside Neiman Marcus. Sends shoppers running. All right. So you, okay. All right, fine. So your pants so low. Your pants are so low and tight. See, that's the thing you gotta understand. In order for it to go off, your pants had to be low and tight because you got to reach down and then struggle to pull up so you can accidentally pull from the belt and hit the trigger and then the gun go off or some shit like that. I don't even understand how you do that shit. You see what I'm saying? This is fucking stupid. Anyway, or you lying, which is more plausible to me. Really, I think you messing with the gun, pull the shit just happened to go off. But for you to take a lesser charge, you're going to plead the stupidity and say, oh, no, man, I was just trying to pull my pants up and the gun just accidentally went off. Gun accidentally go off. Your dumb ass just went in there and you was fucking around with that gun inside Neiman Marcus, probably trying to flex some shit like that, and the gun went off, and now you got to come up with some shit because then your ass finna go to jail on some other shit. You feel me? Anyway, all right. Atlanta to crack down on nightclubs posing as restaurants to bypass liquor license restrictions, more than likely. I know what that's about. There's a certain percentage you got to have for food and liquor, and the amount of money that you pay for your liquor license is directly related to, you know. So yeah, yeah, that's, they hustling. All right, fine. All right, and then we're going back into the regular stuff. Okay. Yeah, it's not good. Fulton County election. The suitcases are actually ballot containers. Yeah, right. Okay, I don't believe that. All right, we're going to move on. And then a rapper with Atlanta ties arrested in connection to nationwide fraud conspiracy. Okay. Yeah, well, if you can mean for, I don't know. All right, so that's it. I just wanted to make sure that we went through that so you know y'all can know what's going on, and maybe I put that in the beginning of the show. I don't know. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Should that be at the beginning, the end, what? You know what I mean? Y'all let me know. All right, that's it, man. Now I'm really out of here. I got to go. I got other things to do, man. I got to prepare for. I I got to prepare for a meeting with another filmmaker later on because we creating some good stuff, man. You know what I mean? Greatly appreciate that, man. Shout out to the folk, man. You know what I mean? At Black Box, at Black Bamboo Films. You know what I mean? We create new things, man. We create an economy. And remember, that's what this is all about, man. We have a good time. We like to laugh and trip out and shit. But understand this, we have got to create economy. If we're not creating economy, we're making ourselves into the same people that we claim that we're not being. I don't know if that made sense to you, but just think about it for a second. It'll pop in. All right, man. We out, man. Remember, keep the third eye open, man. Boom. 3 a.m. all day long.